Dog's Biology here, and these are my top tips for GCSE Biology or Combined Science GCSE Biology exam. So what should you do in the exam? Number 10. Yes, invest in a highlighter. Okay, so here is an example in terms of using your highlighter. So highlighter is really useful for pointing out the key factors in a question. Okay, so what does it want me to do? I need to give 3 differences. Number 9. How many boxes and lines? Okay, so very, very simple. If it says tick 1 box, tick 1 box. Okay, if it says draw 1 line from the defense to the part of the body that provides the defense, then do that. As you can see in the mark scheme, do not accept more than 1 line from a box on the left. Number 8. Words in bold are very important. Okay, here's 3 examples. All right, so if it says explain the results in table 5, then use table 5. If it says tick 1 box, tick 1 box. Number 7. Do not write outside the box. So when you do the exam, you'll see these things here. The reason being is that when the examiner gets your answers, all they see is this part here. So they might not see the edges or the bottoms, or if you write in another part of the question, it sometimes isn't picked up by the scanner. So just be careful, do not write outside the box. Number 6. 6 markers. Okay, you can use bullet points, all right? It's important to state. You might want to do it in sentences, that's fine, but here is an example. So it says design an investigation to show the effect of different types of exercise on the heart rate of athletes. As you can see, I've just listed the investigation design. So what would I include in those answers? Particularly, I'd calculate and compare the mean increase for each type of exercise, and also I've added control variables. And as you can see, rather than writing lots and lots of sentences, it's really clear, and that makes your examiner's life easy, so they can mark it more easily and give you the full 6 marks. Number 5. Know your command words. Describe, explain, suggest, use data, complete, calculate, evaluate. Okay, there's probably more than that, but what I have done is I've put the playlist in the box below. I've done these command words and shown you what they mean. Please do take that on board. Number 4. Calculations. Have a go and show you're working, even if you don't get the right answer. So here's an example, and you've got to, it's asking you to calculate how many times faster the rate of pH change is at 15 degrees C than the rate of pH change at 5 degrees C at day 2. Okay, so it says you should draw a tangent. So I'm going to draw a tangent. Now your tangent, as long as it goes through the second day, can be any length at all. Okay, I'll just show you the answers. So you've got to draw a tangent through the curve at day 2, and then it says here is the answer. Now 6.5 minus 4.5, so that is basically well, it's not my answer there actually, so I've done it slightly differently. Okay, so you can do it in different ways, but I would have got 0.5 anyway. So, oh actually no, I've done it exactly that way. Sorry, 6.5 minus 4.5 on the y-axis, and then on the x-axis is 4. But you could have a different number. It doesn't have to be the same number, but if you did a shorter tangent, you probably still would get 0.5. But this is the key thing I wanted to show you, was it says allow any number of decimal places. Also, allow the answer to the student's incorrectly calculated rate divided by 3. So if you hadn't got 0.5 and you got some other number but divided it by 3, you would have got a mark. Okay, so you would have got some marks rather than no marks because you didn't show you working. Number 3. Know your required practicals. I cannot state it enough. Both paper 1 and paper 2 will have a required practical here or there, so you can practice those skills. Loads of past paper questions on required practicals. They are always, always, always there. And I put the playlist in the box below for all of my videos, but there's plenty of other people's videos on YouTube that go through them if you can't remember what you did, or if you weren't there. Hopefully you were there, but if you weren't. Number 2. Attempt all questions. Okay, I say this to my students, that even if you don't know the answer, guess. Okay, they can't take marks off you, you just won't get a mark, but you need to guess, because in biology sometimes a guess will get you the mark. Okay, just wanted to show you this as well. This is not usually shown to you by a lot of teachers. Some teachers might show it you, but it's interesting to look at the percentages you need for each level. So this was last year, this is 2024. So for the GCSE Biology Higher and Foundation, they're both out 200. For Biology Higher Tier, you only needed 71% to get a level 9. To get a level 5 was 35%. Okay, 35% to get a level 5. In Biology Foundation tier, you'll notice they're higher for level 5. That's because the questions are relatively more easy, the way that they ask those questions. There's more kind of box ticking, multiple choice, lines between boxes, those kinds of things. But it was still only 66% for 5. For 4, 57%. So half, just over half marks will get you a level 4. Okay, so that's quite interesting. 1 or 2 marks extra here or there is going to raise your level. Okay, it's really important to state. You can see that they're quite close together, these marks. Look, between 8 and 7 and 7 and 6, it's very, very close. Number 1. Yep, number 1 is not actually about in your exam, but what you should do before your exams. And I am a great advocate for doing past papers. The papers have been available since 2018, and in fact there are sample sets as well before 2018, because your spec started in 2016. All papers, apart from last year's obviously, all papers are readily available from exam boards. They are found on many websites. They're found on my website, so drbiology.uk, but they're also found on loads of places, and you can find them and you can do them. Practice makes perfect. You need to find out, does your school offer opportunities to sit exam papers? My school does. So after once a week after school, we set up the exam hall and people can come and do exam papers in the time allotted and have a go. Do a paper under test conditions as well. Look at the mark scheme. And you'll notice, if you do enough papers, you'll notice how much is repeated, how they ask you similar style questions, and it really gives you a good idea of how to slay and smash that exam, basically. Okay guys, I hope you found that useful. Please do subscribe. There's going to be a lot more stuff on GCSE coming up before your exams. Keep on revising. You'll get there. We're going to get there. We're going to smash that exam. See you soon.